Typhoon Cimaron is making landfall this evening in Shikoku, the small island just south of Honshu, Japan, containing the city of Tokushima on the eastern side, and the storm is passing right over that area right now and is going to move on towards the north very soon indeed. It's a Category 1 on the Sappho-Simpson scale, 34 degrees north, 134.5 east. It's a Stage 4 on the CDPS, extensive damage is likely. So the distances from Tokushima just 5 miles, Okayama 55, Osaka 75 miles, 100 miles from Kyoto and 157 from Nagoya. The storm's going to continue towards the north, out over water again pretty soon indeed. It's moving very quickly, but we'll get onto that shortly. Typhoon warning in effect for all of these areas, quite a wide swathe of central Japan, and a gale advisory as far as the Amami Islands and as far as almost towards the northeastern tip of Honshu. Not quite. So this is what we're expecting over the next few days. When we're looking at the forecast by this point, it really sort of pales into insignificance because it's pretty much all done and dusted with this storm. We're obviously looking now more or less towards the forecast, but more towards what the storm is actually doing on land right now. However, what you can see on the latest forecast, you can see another very large elongated system forming early next week in the East China Sea. We'll obviously keep tabs on that one. Just in case there are any more storms following Cimaron, there isn't at the minute, not directly. 28 or 29 degrees out in the open West Pacific, and warm sea surface temperatures continue even after the landfall on the northern side of Japan, which could keep the storm going for a little bit longer. So northern coasts of Japan will also have to watch this closely, as well as Hokkaido, which isn't visible unfortunately on this graphic, but there could be gale force winds from either a tropical or post-tropical Cimaron. So again, this is another look at the model coming into the weekend. That new system forming near the Ryukyu Islands, we'll keep watching that one closely. Moving off towards the north, could head towards Korea. But for the time being, we're obviously of course looking at Cimaron, which has in some quadrants 240 miles wide from the eye to the start of the gale force winds. 99% chance of tropical storm force winds in Tokushima, obviously that's a given. 81% in Toyama. You can see the general look there on that graphic. Quite a large swathe affected. So the models say that the storm's going to gradually weaken, pretty much as you'd expect. You can see the HWRF going up a little bit towards the end there as well. That's after post-tropical transition. Wind shear is going to be on a dramatic increase. That's going to be one of the big killers for Cimaron, and sea surface temperatures will be the other one. You can see the track on the left hand side of your screen there. GFS and HWRF take it straight into Hokkaido, could still have tropical storm force winds by then, and then it's going to move out into the open West Pacific towards the Aleutian Islands. So this is how the satellite imagery has been looking in the last few hours. Now, you may be a little bit confused because the map that we showed earlier shows that the storm has already moved inland. The satellite imagery is a little bit off in some places, but the radar imagery is obviously the most up to date, and that shows that the storm has passed literally over Tokushima and is heading further off towards the north now, towards Honshu. So that's how it's been looking. The wind speed's down from 90 to 85 miles per hour in the latest advisory, and the storm will continue to weaken. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, with you at any time. You can also find our YouTube page if you're not there already, subscribed hopefully, and you can also follow our Facebook page, search Force 13 all in text. Videos are now there as well, and you can follow us on Twitter at Force13 is our handle, and it's hashtag F13Sulik if you'd like to draw our attention to anything in future live events or whatnot. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron with its various rewards that come with that feature as well. And you can add me personally, Fool13 at extension 9094 on Discord, and Force13 on Skype for tropical weather chat.